Where is Alexis Patterson? It was May 3rd, 2002, when Alexis Patterson went missing. She was 7 years old at the time, and she was walking to school with her stepfather, and she never made it home that day. Alexis' stepfather says he watched her walk onto the playground at her school, and then he walked right back home. But the teachers at the school said she never made it into the school. So what happened? Did Alexis wander off with a stranger, or did someone she know convince her not to go into the school and took her? To this day, Alexis's mother believes her daughter's still out there somewhere.
She's been passionate about tracking her down. Now, on the 20th anniversary of her daughter's disappearance, she's hoping the renewed spotlight on this case helps to reunite her family.
She was an amazing little girl. Like, she was my shining star. She still is my shining star.
Alexis Patterson was an ambitious student who loved to read and write. Teachers noting the little girl's beautiful smile. Her mother says she never missed a day of school.
Loved school, like loved school on every level. The school had sent a letter home saying that there was a man trying to abduct a child. I was scared.
It was a revelation that sparked a frantic search. Posters with this image of Alexis in pigtails flooded the Milwaukee community. Volunteers, loved ones, and law enforcement hit the streets. But after days, weeks, and months of efforts, there was no sign of Alexis.
At the time, I just wanted my baby, and now I just want my baby.
I believe her stepfather led her to the school and could not confirm seeing her enter the school. That raised a red flag.
James Burnett is a former reporter for the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel who covered this story extensively when it first broke. Just out of college at the time, Burnett says he had a credible police source tell him Alexis's mother and stepfather were not suspects in the crime, but were interviewed because they were the last to have had contact with their daughter before her disappearance. While Alexis's mother, Ayana, passed her test, the source told Burnett Alexis's stepfather, Laurent Bourgeois, failed certain elements concerning whether or not he may have knowledge of the little girl's whereabouts.
Also, the question is, did the stepfather, really see her walk in the store like the former reporter said? Did he really see her walk in? Or did he just like, yeah, whatever. I saw her make 2 steps onto the playground. That's it. She's at school. A lot of times you actually got to pay attention to make sure the child actually makes it in there. But also, this was around the time as Elizabeth Smart went missing. And you had a lot of people that was saying that the police really didn't try to do anything, or FBI tried to do anything when it was a black child, because they offered a bunch of money for Elizabeth Smart's safe return. FBI got on it immediately. It took a few days for the FBI to actually want to get involved with Alexis Patterson's case. Alexis's mother wasn't happy because she felt like a lot of the attention that was given to the stepfather, because with the reporter reporting that he failed certain parts of lie detector test, and also putting out his criminal record in the article when he found out about the stepdad failing certain parts of lie detector test. But what the reporter did was correct. He found out at the information, he put it out, because at the end of the day, with the stepfather being the last one to see her, he is a prime suspect. And him failing certain parts about them asking about her whereabouts, what does that tell you? Alexis's mother also said that she took lie detector tests too, but my thing is with that, you didn't fail. He failed when they was asking about her whereabouts, like I said. So that, even with the mother, that should have been a red flag. Where is my baby girl? That's what she should have been asking him. Also, Alexis' mother said she found her daughter, saying that her daughter lives in the Midwest and that she has 8 of the identifying marks that her baby had before she went missing.
In 2016, after receiving a tip from a journalist, Ayana says she's certain she found her daughter alive and well, living in the Midwest. She says she collected the young woman's DNA, and it was a match.
But I'm her mother. I'm telling you, this is my baby. She have 8 of the same identifying marks, and she have 4 other marks that I didn't even say nothing about.
Ayana adding the Milwaukee Police Department never did their own DNA testing. However, News Nation received an email from the department saying they did in fact do a test that did not connect the 2 women.
This is being done purposely. They're going out their way not to connect me and my daughter's DNA because there are higher people involved. High people more higher up. So when it comes to little bitty Lexus, little black little girl, she don't matter. She does not matter. She never did.
So Alexis' former stepfather passed away last year of a drug overdose. So the last person who saw Alexis is not here anymore. So does her whereabouts or whatever happened to her, did that go to the grave with him also?
Cold case detectives are following up on new tips related to the disappearance of Alexis Patterson.
The 7-year-old was last seen walking to school in the spring of 2002. The last person known to see her died earlier this week. Cassidy Williams is live with more on what the death of her stepfather means for the investigation. Cassidy?
It's been almost 19 years since Milwaukee police first started passing out photos of Alexis Patterson. They continue to hand out her photo as they work to try and figure out what happened.
This case has always bothered me. We never had any closure and never had any answers about what happened.
Detective Jeremiah Jacks was one of the officers who searched neighborhoods hoping to find Alexis Patterson in 2002.
I remember how shocking it was. Anytime a child goes missing, especially on their way to school, and just to disappear without any answers, was shocking to the community. 19
years later, he's one of the officers assigned to the case as part of the cold case unit.
This box is only a very small portion of what we have.
A lot of documents, but not a lot of answers. 7-year-old Alexis was last seen walking to Highmount School on May 3rd, 2002.
We don't know that this is a homicide. We don't even know if she's deceased. There is a chance she's out there and just needs to be found and brought home.
The last person to see Alexis was her stepdad, Laurent Bourgeois. The medical examiner says Bourgeois died Tuesday of a probable overdose.
You know, Laurent played a significant part of the initial investigation because he was the last person that was with Alexis. We have nothing to say that he was lying to us or not providing all of the information that he had. So really, we don't know what kind of an impact his death would have on this.
Detectives say with Bourgeois' death putting the case back in the news, they have received several tips over the past few days. They follow up on every one, hoping one will lead to Alexis.
Not only would you be giving closure to the family, but you're essentially giving closure to the entire city of Milwaukee.
The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children also continues to work this case. They have an anonymous tip line at 1-800-THE-LOST. Live in Milwaukee, Cassidy Williams, Fox 6 News.
He is absolutely right about that last statement. Cassidy, thank you.
Here's a picture of what she would look like today as an adult. So if you have any information, please contact the FBI, contact the Milwaukee Police Department, even contact your local police department. Sad, but we see that a lot with a lot of young, just black people, period. When they go missing, you don't see a big concerted effort by the police, by the government, whoever to find them. It's going to take us. So, like I said, if you have any information, contact Milwaukee PD, contact the FBI, even contact your local police department. So please share this video. Y'all love y'all. Y'all stay safe out there. Peace.